Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to the Mission 68 broadcast where we serve justice, love mercy.
And walk humbly.
How's everyone doing today, folks? It's currently October 21st, Monday. Hope everybody is having a good day so far. We got a few things we're going to be getting into today. We might be kind of changing up how we're doing our news a little bit. But today we're going to be going over some Micah 68 news, upcoming events. We'll be going over the local air quality, a few stories on water, some flooding and drainage things, and then we have some updates on some new LNG projects that are being built by Energy Transfer. So we're going to be jumping into that today. But like always, we start with some Micah 68 news. Today, actually, the day that we were recording this, the 20th of October, was the community meal. So if you missed that, we have one every month. But next month, starting in November, on the 3rd, which is a Sunday, at 2 p.m., we're having our community giveaway. So make sure that you pull up for that. And then Thursday of that same week, November 7th, is our bi-monthly, right? Is that how you say that? Bi-monthly meeting at the library, the Community Voices meeting. I don't know if we're having anyone on for that one yet. I'll get more info on it for later. So for the air quality as of right now is 6 micrograms per cubic meter, so that's in the green, so that is a good thing. That's the particulate matter 2.5, which is the deadly one that can cause cancer and heart disease and all those things. Alright, moving on to a few water related stuff, especially in the current climate, literally with hurricanes. We know, especially in Laura and Delta, how bad the flooding could be, and it's one of the biggest causes of like infrastructure damage besides like the winds. They built a new water detention basin in Calcasieu Parish. They built it by the Contraband Bayou, and it's a basin that is 435 feet wide, 885 feet long, and 13 feet deep.
60 million gallons of water can fit in it.
60 million gallons. They say that is 7.5 football fields with 1 foot of water covering each field. That doesn't sound like that much.
I mean, they plan on building more though.
Okay, and it also is supposed to be pretty. They have like benches and stuff around it.
Yeah, like a 3/4 of a mile track around it. If you want to have fun exercising around it.
Yeah, you can go on a little run around it. It was funded by the American Rescue Plan Act, so it wasn't. They mentioned here that it was a benefit because it wasn't using tax dollars for. I think it said more important things, or other projects that they're working on. But yeah, like I said, it was in the where was it? The Contraband Bayou. So if you want to go visit, maybe we'll go and take a little video of it or something. It's there. And then moving on to some LNG information. So Energy Transfer, the company, they have signed a preliminary deal to build another Louisiana LNG plant. They've been trying to build since 2015, but they haven't had all the resources necessarily to do it. But recently they sat down with the Department of Energy and kind of work some stuff out. So they are planning on going forward and building another LNG plant. Energy Transfer is a company that already has seen a 32% increase in their cash flow for their second quarter. This is prior to building any sort of LNG plant. So by no means is the company like going under or is in any sort of trouble. It's just, like we know, the typical rhetoric and news around here. The LNG industry is continuing to grow because it is something that if this company does build an LNG plant, it is going to be profitable for them. It is going to pay off as an asset probably relatively soon and increase their cash flow even more. So it is for profit, and in a place like Louisiana right now, we don't need any more LNG plants. Of course, it is a recent story. I wasn't able to find anything on the amount of LNG that it would, or the amount of like pollution that it would add to the environment, because they're not very vocal forward about it. So we might have to do some digging. I haven't seen anything about anyone maybe trying to stop it. It seems like it's going pretty smoothly. It's not something that is being reported on. So there isn't a lot of people saying that they don't want it here. So yeah, hopefully there is a way that we can maybe get a little bit loud about that and stop them from building another LNG plant.
Like the first immediate concerns is this is again just going to make LNG even more. It's gonna sink its claws even deeper into the communities that it's taking advantage of, frankly. So I mean, that's like my biggest thing is this is just gonna make the problem even worse. Like before even considering the environmental impact it's gonna have.
Yeah, I think it's also a little odd because it's not like spoken about like frequently, and it's also not like publicized that like the companies like this are expanding on and trying to build more projects, because a lot of the people in Southwest Louisiana already aren't educated on exactly what kind of pollution is going on and exactly why it's happening. So I think that companies like this are certainly taking advantage of that information to actively expand. And again, it's funny because it's a company that's already seeing an increase in cash flow, already seeing an increase in profits. They've gone up recently, like I said, in the second quarter. So there really isn't any reason for them to need to do this besides the fact that they know it is going to increase their overall wealth even more. And that's just the profit incentive for you. I did forget to mention, related to the air quality that I talked about, there is an app that we haven't mentioned yet on the broadcast, but it's called Smell My City. I think it's Smell Space Capital MY Capital C City. My City is my one word. You can get it on the App Store for Apple, or you can get it on Google Play, and it is essentially just a anecdotal way for people who live in the area to go, it's stinky out here, and not because of normal stinky things. It is probably a chemical of sorts.
Something related to the plant emissions or whatever it could be.
Yeah, that way we can have more stories and accounts
data,
of people being like, this day everyone smelled something bad in the air. So it's something you should definitely go look at. It's pretty easy. It says right here, like, you can describe the smell. You can link symptoms, link to the odor. List symptoms, link to the odor. I don't know what that means. Or any additional notes or comments. So we'll have that data all compiled to be able to report on it. So it's definitely something that you should go check out. I think that's all for today. We do want to end off with talking about our little hiatus. For anyone who was questioning, we were a little busy, and this is still a pretty new project. So Jackson and I have sat down and figured out how to better structure and organize.
Yeah, we're constantly looking for ways to make the show better for us to do and for you to watch and to spread information, like all of the things that we cover. That's our main goal with this, is to make it as accessible as possible to the communities that it really directly relates to.
Yes, and we would prefer to take a week or two off of making content to ensure that the content that we put out is informative and reliable, and also to have a vision going forward of exactly what we want to do with the channel and how we want to make sure that people watching at home, the community is the people that we want to be most engaged with, that y'all are getting what y'all need and being able to give us feedback and interact with us. So we kind of changed and organized a bit more, so we should be having regular episodes for the foreseeable future, and we appreciate any patience of maybe the 3 people who listen every day. We really do appreciate it. But I think we are going to end off on that. You have anything else to say, Jackson? No? All right. No.
No, I mean, not really. Just in addition to our normal live stuff, we plan on putting out more consistent video clips and stuff like that.
Yes, so that you can, instead of sending to your family member, hey, look at these 2 very young guys who aren't the most professional, talk about LNG plant. You can, instead of sending the whole live, you can send a very small segment of what we were talking about to someone to inform them. Yeah. We also are planning on doing longer style interviews with local people too, but keep tuned for that. All right, bye guys.
Bye.